Off we go. Um, Welcome, everyone. If you are at the meeting, great. If you are listening to the recording, super. Something is knocking. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's opportunity knocking today. Yeah, we're going to talk about money. This is not a financial advice. And everybody have to check out the information that you're going to get over here and look through any means you have to verify it. The person that invited you will be able to help you in researching a lot of data, but you have to do the job of asking yourself. Okay, so let's get started. Do you think their money was made with the internet? If you think about the times that the internet got started in 1992 as a commercial venture type of structure, do you think people made money on it? I personally think yes, they did. And I've seen a lot of people that actually did make money with the internet. And all started when Mozilla show something that is called the browser. And there was a standard on the internet, which is a World Wide Web. We remember the beginning of web pages. People made money selling and buying the domains. They made different type of web pages, information, and whatever. And I think we all believe so. The money was there, absolutely. If you look at some companies that are right now on the top of the um, financial structure, like Google, that's the time when they got started with exploring the internet. And Microsoft was kind of late to the game with the Internet Explorer, but then, as we know, he succeeded. And right now, maybe not everybody uses Edge, but they still a main player in the game, and so is the Google Chrome and so forth. So this was the HTML, and the HTML, it's just a language that those browsers could read, and thanks to that, we could look at the text and the pictures and all the rest of the stuff. And in 2003, there was another situation that happened. It was Skype. And Skype was a project made by Estonians and financed by Swedish people, the Swedish company, and venture capital that a few years later sold to eBay. But if you think about it, 2003, that's exactly 20 years ago. Since then, there was a new protocol going on, and the new protocol was a voice over IP, and then a video over IP and everything else. And most of it was applications. And if you look at your phone and open up your application list, you will see tons of different applications that you have. And my question is, do you think people made money making those applications, promoting those applications? Do you think their money have been made in a Web 2 internet? Now, what we're going to be talking about is something that is called Web 3 internet. And Web 3 internet started in 2009. And and this is right after the bank collapsed in the United States and Lehman Brothers and all the stuff, the financial stuff. And this internet, it's called an internet of value. And those are things that are called digital assets. There was no things like that before, because anybody can send any picture, a voice, or anything like that. And an internet of value is something new for all of us. So if you haven't heard about Web 3, or you haven't heard about Internet of Value, well, let's explain what value means. A value is something that people are willing to pay the money for, and the value is something that is in limited quantity, so people cannot get it for free anywhere they go. So anything like that have for some people value, and they will spend the money to buy it. And money itself is a value because you can exchange it for different type of money. You can exchange dollars for gold. You can exchange gold for euro. You can exchange whatever the amount of money. Now, in a value world, there is that have to be accounting. Why? Because if somebody has something, somebody else has to be in a situation that they don't have it anymore. So when we think about value is because two people cannot own the same thing at the same time. And this is what happens exactly with this generation of internet. Now, in order to use that internet, you don't need a browser, you need a wallet. And there's several different wallets on the market. We use MetaMask as a preferred choice because we kind of are not that sophisticated to learn about everything. So we found one wallet that works for us. But the bottom line is, if you want to connect to this type of internet, you need a wallet. You need a wallet that connects to the internet of value. And if you don't have a wallet, you can get it. It's free. You can download it on the phone. You can download it on your computer, and you will have a wallet. And this wallet will connect with something that we call a Web3. Now, when we think about transferring value, well, when we are face to face, we can give somebody money. But if we want to give somebody money at the distance, we use some institution, most of the time bank, to verify the transaction. And that's what happens. You send the money from one phone to another phone, but there is a bank in the middle that does the accounting. The accounting that the one person does not have that money anymore, so the other person can have the money. And they, of course, make some money doing that. I don't see nothing wrong with making money this way, as long as I am a bank. But if I am not a bank, I don't necessarily want to do it if I don't have to. So let's see if we can eliminate the bank and try to do it in a different way. And this is exactly what's happened in 2009 with the creation of blockchain and Bitcoin. It's an opportunity to build the whole new internet on a different structure, different than it was so far. And it's not getting that fast as maybe some people would wish, and it's not going slow because a lot of people already made money in that internet. So Bitcoin is a scarce thing because it's going to be only 21 million Bitcoins ever. It's not going to be any more. 4 million of them are already lost, and 19 million are right now, quote unquote, altogether. They were developed, let's say. And why this is important for all of us? Because this is the infrastructure that is important for the Web3 to thrive and for us to participate in it. And if you believe the people made the money in Web 1 and in Web 2, well, let's research if there is a possibility for all of us right now to make money in Web 3. Now, in Web 3, you send a value, which is a token or anything like that, and it's not verified by the bank, it's verified by the blockchain. Is a software that is verifying the transaction. So there is no more need for anything else. It's just the software. And if the software is working properly, this system is called trustless. Why? Because you don't need to trust somebody to get the job done right. Is the blockchain is doing the accounting, so one person doesn't have something that the other person just got. And if that goes through your mind that this is something that is going on and it's already in trillions of dollars in value, possibly there might be money for me and you to make in this type of environment. Now we're going to talk about the token, and this token is Metfi token, and it's on the market. And the value of the token is today about $2.40 at the time of the recording. And we know it's not going to be no more than 500 million. And so far, there's $70 million tokens in the circulation. So it's similar way of looking at it as a Bitcoin. There's a limited amount of tokens that ever going to be made. And there's a process that the token's going to be created. So that's the difference between the money that we use, like dollars and euro, that the central banks create that money, and they create the money and the inflation and whatever else. And over here, there is some kind of explanation how the number of tokens gonna go from the 70 million that is right now to less than 500 million someday in the future. And this is something that will give us an opportunity, if we own the tokens, to make the money. So the simple way is anyone can go to the exchange and buy the tokens. And if they believe that the project we are doing is valuable, they can have the tokens. And if they think that the token will go up, they will make money. How much money they're going to make, I don't know. But what this token represents, that's the question. Is it just it's just a token? That somebody made the token or whatever? No. The token represents something that we called a clue of the whole concept, which is an investment structure. So we are participants in the investments in projects, and this token represents our investments. Now, how is the structure look like? Now, this structure is for most of us in the beginning very weird. Why? Because this is not a company. It doesn't have a place that is put in the world. It's called the DAO, which is Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's a group of investors, and the blockchain, which in the case of Bitcoin accounts for having or not having a Bitcoins, over here, the blockchain accounts of being or not being a partner in this decentralized organization. So we don't have a boss, we don't have a CEO, we don't have any type of entity that runs it, except for us voting for different investments. And so far, we voted 57 times, and we made some investments already. So if you join, you become part of those investments. So this token becomes your part of your investments. If you invest $10, $50, $500, $5,000, $5 million, whatever it is, you're going to be part, you're going to have the tokens of that DAO, of that investment. And we already have several investments: Angel Block, Big Time, Evermond, IME, Sonas, and Sandbox. You can research those names and find out what they are. Those are games or projects which are Web3 projects. And we invested in two of our own projects. One is called the MetaQuiz and one is called the MetaBid. MetaQuiz is already up and running, and MetaBid is going to be running very shortly in the beginning of November. So if you think about those tokens, they represent an investment in this group of people. Now, if you think it's better to invest by yourself, that's super. You can buy tokens or cryptocurrencies on the market. If you have the wallet, you can do whatever you want. We chose to do it together. Why? Because we can invest more money in the better properties, like let's say a Sandbox, where we spend $850,000, where most investors don't have that much money to invest. So we are part of a bigger deal. and we still have a lot of money for investment. So I think it's a good idea to join. Now, the first thing that comes up to the mind, if you rethink all of this that I said, is this secure? Is this something that if I buy those tokens, are those investments secure? Well, one of the first things we did, we spent the money on an audit, outside audit by Certic. Certic is named the best company for auditing. So we did what we could, the best, to verify so the code, the blockchain code that is used, it's secure. So people will not steal the money from our treasury. That the every procedure that is written in something that is called the white paper, which is explanation in human language of how this whole system works, this allows us to feel secure as much as we can feel secure. That means we did spend the money to verify it as well as it's technically possible for today. Now, what we are investing in is a Web3 as a generation of internet. We invest in something that is called a metaverse, which is a concept of virtual reality, which right now a lot of companies are jumping into in a different ways, and artificial intelligence. So we're not investing in beverage companies. We're not investing in cars or real estate, real estate. This is what we are investing in. Why do we invest in that? Well, there is a prediction that the growth of that market is going to be 32,000%, which is 325x, which is a good potential growth. That means some businesses will fail, but some will extremely succeed. So we are betting, so if we have diversified portfolio of investments, we're going to get some of the good ones and some of the bad ones. And I hope you, when you think about investing, you know that a lot of internet companies so far succeeded and a lot of companies failed. Now, the earlier you invest, the better chance of multiplying your money you have, but the more risk you take. Now, when we look at the reality of it, it's it's a lot of hype right now on the market, and the Time magazine and a lot of global financial institutions like Citibank, they're all say, so this market going to be huge. And this is just talking about the metaverse. It's not even including AI or any other applications in Web3. So there's a big potential in that. And if you don't know much about it, that's super. Well, it opens up your door. Opportunity is knocking. The question is, are you going to open up the door for it? Now, when you join the DAO, when you choose to join the DAO, you not only have the tokens, but you can buy some funny picture that represents software on the blockchain. So those funny pictures are actually like a covers for a software applications. They do particular functions on the blockchain. And they called technically either NFT, non-fungible tokens, or DPR, digital property rights, because you own them. So this is the software that you are the owner of. You can sell it, you can keep it, that's yours, okay? You buy it. And what this software does is, your software is as effective as you are willing to pay for it. That's mean if the first picture, the first package of software for $100 will multiply your tokens in the system as X1, the tenth will multiply by 10x. What does it mean? Well, you remember it's 70 million tokens today, and there are going to be more tokens. This is how the more tokens are going to be. So everybody who buys the tokens and the software to multiply it automatically gets more tokens that they bought. And depends of what package of software they bought, what NFT they bought, then they have a different effective range of how many of those tokens they're going to have. Now, as an example from the beginning, if you bought one token and you have a first NFT, which is a shrimp, you would have today 2.62 tokens. If you buy a one token and you had the NFT number 10, you would have 28, more than 28 tokens. And you say, well, does that make a big difference? Well, with one token, maybe it doesn't. But imagine the same happen with 1,000 tokens. Imagine that that can happen with 10,000 tokens. All of those contracts multiply the tokens that you have, and they're as effective as you're willing to pay for it. So everybody decides how many tokens they choose to have, and they decide what kind of, how effective software they're willing to buy. And this is something that is the whole concept is based on. And if you want to look at it another way, some people treat it a little bit more like a piggy bank. That's mean you buy this piggy bank that you choose for amount of money that you choose, and this piggy bank not only keep the money that you can choose to add as our token, Metfi token, but it multiplies the token in the piggy bank. So this is not only a saving, but it's multiplying. It gives you a good residual income, and it multiplies twice a day. So it's not something that you get a multiplication every year. It's twice a day, every 12 hours. You get the part that is based on how many tokens you have and what type of contract or what type of NFT or what kind of software you chose to buy. It seems kind of complicated, and I think it's kind of is for somebody who's in the beginning. But if you look at it this way, well, the question is it worth it to know more and understand it, how this whole system works? Because if you buy a Bitcoin, you always have the same amount of Bitcoin. But if you buy a Bitcoin and you buy a miner for Bitcoin, you will have more Bitcoins because you're going to mine them. Over here, it's a different procedure, but the concept is very similar. Just like the Bitcoin started with a little number of Bitcoins and it grows over time, the same goes for Metfi tokens. They started with a certain amount of tokens and the number is growing. Why? Because the people choose not only to buy the tokens, but they choose to buy their software to multiply the tokens they already have. Technically, this is called a staking. Now, when you buy this software, when you buy this NFT, you pay for it with the cryptocurrencies of your choice. There's several ones that you can choose. And part of the price you get with the tokens, it's a 10%. And part of that price goes to the treasury. So we have more money as a community to invest. And part of that money goes to commission for the person that explained it to you, introduced you to the system, and help you to get started with that. Most of my team that I started had no clue what we are doing. So everybody had to be educated. And education is a process. You have to help the people to get started with their MetaMask, and you have to teach them how to change the hard-earned dollars on exchange for any type of a cryptocurrency. and learn about those old procedures that are in the system and about the whole ecosystem of Web3. So we are, as a team, not only provide people with the opportunity to make money, but we are providing a lot of free education, which I think is important for most people because most of us are not very well educated in this space. Now, as of today, as I was looking into the statistics, we have a value of the whole concept, a Metfi concept, of about $173 million. So this is like the total value of all tokens. They're already minted. They're already on the market. They're already there. $173 million. We have goals there. We're going to be worth much more, but we are only 1.5 years on the market. So let's call it, it's not bad. Now, on the other side, we have commissions that are already paid to people that got this success going, that got this thing to the point where we are. And there's about $29 million paid in commissions. So if you're looking for an income and you like the concept and you want to make money right now, the commissions are paid in real time to your MetaMask. The DAO never holds the commission, so this is something that is paid right off the bat. So if you're looking for an income opportunity, this is a good income opportunity. If you're looking for an investment opportunity, this is an investment opportunity. Of course, like I said in the beginning, it's your due diligence that you have to do. Now, when we got started, nobody knew a lot of people in this concept. Why? Because this is all kind of sort of not a person per se that is a part of a Metfi. This is a wallet connected, and wallet does not really have any data of a person that owns the wallet. So we decided to go and meet the people that are actually involved in it, and we chose South Africa. So there was a few of us that went to South Africa. We met over there. We had the cup of tea and cup of coffee and some beer, and we talked about the future and what we expect from this project. And we met, and it was fun. We went to a safari. We went to watch the humpbacks. We went to different places, the wineries and so forth. So we had a good time, okay? And we liked it so much, so we decided to make a little meeting in Poland with the people that are Polish. And there are similar meetings there for the people that are German speaking, and there are people that are in Thailand that speak Thai. So the people are meeting in the different places in the world with their own language and their own team, and they kind of, work together, learn from one another. We had the opportunity to use the VR glasses and play some games and go on the roller coasters and fly a little bit. So we had fun, okay, basically. And then we went to Thailand, and there was more of us. There was a team from Italy, and we enjoyed it a lot. We went on a catamaran, and we went to different places over there, enjoy our time, a lot of fun. We had some teaching sessions. Some people kind of learn ins and outs, and we met people from one of our investments that we made, because the company that we invested in actually in Thailand. Now we in November we go to Dubai, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun in Dubai. I never been to Dubai, so I'm very happy to go over there, and we're gonna have a lot of fun in Dubai. Who knows? Maybe we will learn something, but we will meet people and we will spend the time. And anyone, even if you sign up today, you're more than welcome to come with us if you choose to. We all pay our way, everybody individually. Now, what's the goal of the project? Well, the Metfi was created to become number one in the world incubator of the projects of Web3, Metaverse, and artificial intelligence. And That's great, but there's a part for us. And the part for us is we can be an part owners of that project. We can own shares in this project. If this project will become the number one incubator of those projects, we're going to have shares in it. And that's an opportunity for us to be in the beginning of the new era of, of the new internet. Now, is it for everyone? I don't think so. You have to have cojones to start with something that is new, to start with anything that is possibly risky. But I want to challenge you with my way of thinking about it. There is always a golden middle for everything. And the golden middle is looking at this project this way. If the money that you choose to buy the tokens and the contract, the NFT, will multiply in the next 10 years 100-fold, how much money would you be willing to put up? And some people will say, well, all of it. But there is a dark side to that question. Why? Because with anything that is relatively new, and a lot of things can happen. I mean, we have the wars going on, and we have a lot of different things happen. And governments do all kinds of stuff. So we are kind of optimistically looking, but we have to be on the other hand, we have to be realistic. And realistic is this: how much money are you willing to risk if you will consider, not from our fault, not from your fault, but something will go wrong and you lose it? And between those two things, it's the amount of money. Don't matter if it's $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or $500, whatever it is. This is what you should start from today. And then, as you know the project better, as you know the people better, you can make the choices, either to jump the ship, get the money and go, or to stay in it and invest more. That's going to be your choice in the future. So my recommendation is, follow what's going on in the market. We have our own thing that just got started, the Meta Quiz. There's a lot of articles about it. The next one is starting soon, MetaBid. So we are making some waves as a project. And like I said, you're joining something that is already there. You're not joining something like a lot of us in the beginning, that we joined something that nobody knew anything about it. And anything you could read was pretty much negative. Because 90% of the projects that are on the internet, I'm not saying that they're all scam, but a lot of them are not sustainable. Let's put it this way. So people think they're going to make the money, but unfortunately, all they get is lose their money. So my recommendation is, contact the person that invited you to the meeting. Contact the person that is that shows you the video if you watch the recording, and just talk about it. Ask the questions, research it. Everything over here, it's absolutely transparent. You can see any details, any transaction in Metfi. Everything is transparent and public. So the people that are already in the project, they feel very secure. But you looking from the outside, it's your personal job to ask the question, research it. And I'm hoping, so whoever listens to this will join us, and we will grow the Metfi community to become the number one incubator of Web3. And we, as a Metfi, will be a unicorn as well. Thank you.